Okay, let's see how this one comes up. This will be an interesting one. Come on. Now we're just going to make this a negative positive. This will look really good, hopefully. I wonder what background colour we're going to add to this one. Going to keep it on red. Going to use red for this. Actually, going to made it too much. I've just got to take a bit of that hue out. Wondering if the hue, yeah, a little bit less than that. We don't want to use the exact same settings anyway for everything. So let's see how we go. We've got to enlarge this one, so we're going to see how big we're going to make it. But anyway, it's called Stuck Tack. It's like Blue Tack, but it's a generic brand. It's a different brand. I'm going to try and photocopy this person's hand. I found this on the ground, so I'm going to photocopy. So that's going to go to the top, and we're going to make this into an interesting, hopefully an interesting composition. So I found this on the ground. I'm just going to fold that back so we don't have it shifted on the dock feeder. It's a bit difficult putting the dock feeder down sometimes when things stick up too much. So we just put it there like so. And we'll just guesstimate the zoom for this. So the horizontal is going to be probably going to make it 200, and the vertical is going to be bigger. Vertical is going to be 380, so hopefully we'll get it right. This will be a challenging one, just a tad. Okay, let's see how that looks. It looks nice, but we still have to enlarge it a bit further to get rid of the writing. But that looks really interesting so far, and those little dots look really nice. So we're just going to enlarge off the edge there. So we're going to make it a lot bigger than 200. So we're going to make it probably, we'll see if we can make it 230%, and maybe the vertical could be 370. So we're just going to do a gear change here and see what we can get. Okay, let's see how that looks. Yeah, that looks a lot better. I think we've got a better result with this. Still looks a bit boring with the hand there like so, but wonder what we're going to do where the center of this. Just wondering if we're going to make it even bigger. Going to make it bigger on the horizontal again. So we're going to make this. We're going to go from 230 to 240. So we're going to just leave it on that. So another gear change for this job. Anyway, that's a bit bigger. I'm thinking that, how should we think? This is our current size. So I'm thinking we're going to call it that. So where's the center of our job going to be? So I'm wondering if we're going to basically take this and we're going to retire that to the recycle pile, and we're going to take this. We're going to use this as our master copy. Hopefully it'll look good. So we're just going to put it on the glass And we're going to do a slight enlargement. We're going to get rid of the borders. I'm not really happy with the colour of the hand. It looks a bit wishy-washy. It doesn't look like it has much colour to it. So I'm wondering if whatever we're going to do with this, I don't know what we're going to do with it. We'll soon find out where it takes me. So I'm just going to go here and we're just going to make it 104 that way. 100. Oh, fuck. I hate it when that happens. Clumsy. So we're just going to set it up for copied paper. And what are we going to do? We're going to make this a double negative. So we're just going to go and just switch that to 100%. We're not going to... What are we going to do? Sorry, folks. I'm going to make this a negative. I'm going to make a negative onto a negative, which means a positive, and then reverse it back, perhaps. So we're going to make this a bit more, colour-wise, a lot more interesting. So we're going to leave it on red, and I think we're just going to leave the settings as is, and we're going to make a negative on a negative, see what happens. It's nice to do something a little bit more extreme, a little bit more different. We don't want to fall into the trap of doing everything the same way, because copier configuration art is something that should always have an experimental aim in it, and this experiment looks like it's worked colour-wise. You can see it's quite an interesting result. You can see there's some borders there, but the borders haven't really been a problem. That's where we're going to centre it, so that looks a lot more interesting now than it originally does. So I think we've made this into something good. So we're going to just print off. We're going to do something a little bit different. So I wasn't sure if this original was going to be any good. I'm glad I picked it up off the ground now. I'm really glad I didn't just walk past by and leave it. And it's going to go in the rubbish instead of on the street. But of course it's paper, it's not quite... Oh, it's got a bit of plastic on the coating of the paper, so I guess that could still count as plastic pollution, I suppose. But it's going in the recycle bin, so it's better there than on the street. So let's see how we go with that. So this is an interesting job. It's not the greatest demo on earth, but it looks, it's something different that I've decided to take a risk, take a chance with. And yeah, photocopier art or copier configuration art should be about breaking the rules and making new boundaries. And basically, yeah, I'm glad I did this now. And this looks really good. So let's see how that looks now. I think now we can call this experiment quits.